Hi there, my name is Button the Source. I am the Guild Master of Dragonfire. We are on server 101, and we are currently ranked 50th on the Clash of Worlds leaderboard. And of course, you can see that we have a red dot because we finished 48th the previous season. Unfortunately, something that happens when guilds achieve law success is after they get to the top 50, a lot of their players retire. They just lose interest because they achieve their goal. And that's happened to us. We've been rocked by a lot of really large, strong players quitting the game. If you look at the leaderboard here, Bernardo was one of ours. You can see how huge he was. And a couple more here. Shireland was one of ours, a very good player. And this one, retired, was one of ours. So you see we had three huge players retire, and of course their Titans were all max. And we're also short a player right now. I know it says 30, but there's some little person that just snuck in just now, just somebody tiny that has no business being around. So we are much reduced compared to what we were. But right now, like I said, we're still 50th in the leaderboard. We're not going to finish there. Our opponent's already got the 7,500, and we might get the 7,500 or really close to it. But even with a tie, we'll fall back a little bit, so we'll be just outside the top 50. But we've got, and we still got just now, we have 8 players retiring at the end of the season. So we're losing a bunch more players. And, I was about to retire myself too. I'd announced it a month ago, but I've decided to stick around for a little bit. I do need to reduce my time a lot. I want to get down to like 1 hour a day. We have a second guild. In Silver League, it's Dragon Blood. They're the #1 guild there, and they had a really bad week. Usually they win by a lot more. But I have 2 accounts I play here, so I'm playing 3 accounts, and that's just too much. So I'm going to drop down to 1 account and try to get this down to under an hour a day. So whoever we merge with, and this is a merger video, whoever we merge with, I'm going to rely heavily on the new GM, or the GM there, the new incoming GM there, from there to help me share the burden. Like I said, we're from server 101. We have the best and strongest server in Hero Wars now. We have so both Vanguard and ourselves became top 50 last season. So did Hurricane, but they came here from server 113. And Origin is their top 70 guild. You see them often in the top 50. And then, of course, our 2 Japanese guilds are pretty good. But, there's a bit of a gap between the top 4. And all 4 of these guilds in the top 4 here, they've all won Gold League in the past 6 weeks or so. So there's a lot of parity here. And you can see, look at our scores. Everybody's really close. Hurricane has won Gold League a few times. They're usually second or third. This week they finished 4th. And look, Vanguard, Hurricane is number 5 right now, and Vanguard is number 7 in COW, and they're both likely to finish in the top 10. So that's how good our server is now. And we're reduced right now. We're at 50th, but if we find a good merger, earlier in the season we had been in the top 10 and the top 20 a few times. So we have the capability of getting back there if we get a good merger. And you can see, we finished a close second this week, and so we're competing with the best. And so this server is really hard. The arenas are very active. You can see that there's just a ton of strong players here. The 50th is 8 million in hero power, and in Titans it's 4 million. 4 million is the The week is the number 50 on this server. So if you want a challenge, if you want to learn the game, come to Server 101. It's aptly named. This is Hero Wars 101 right here. And so how many players do we have available? We have about, what did I say? Yeah, we need about 8 players in the main guild. And then we have room for about 6 or 7. It looks like in the second guild. I think 7 actually. So we have room for 15 players right away. So we can take a lot of players. And so if we do a merger, of course not everybody in your guild can make it into Dragonfire right away. Some of them would have to go to our second guild. And look, if the incoming GM from whoever we merge with, they want to run our second guild, they can. We promoted 4 players from Dragonblood over the past. Dragonblood is our second guild. We're Dragonfire, and our second guild is Dragonblood. We promoted 4 players over the past month in. So just because you start in Dragonblood doesn't mean it's going to take a long time for you to get into Dragonfire. So that's what I would use to encourage any players that don't make the initial cut. But like I said, we need 15 players, 15 or 16 players to fill both the guilds, and it's important to have a strong second guild so you can recruit players from there, develop and recruit, or promote, I should say, develop and promote players up from there, and we have the capability of becoming a top 10, 15, 20 guild. We just need a good merger, and I'm going to put a link in the video to our Discord. And you can come join here, come to our landing spot, and we'll put you in a diplomat lounge, and we'll talk about a merger. I have access, I have eyes into every server from 101 to 210. So I'm going to be asking a lot of servers for merger, and we'll pick the best one, or maybe the best 2, because a lot of times. Sometimes a guild, we've merged a few times, and sometimes the guild only has 5 or 6 players that want to come over. So we might need to merge with 2 guilds. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But please, if you're interested in, if you're hungry and you haven't been to the top 50 yet, and you're hungry to get there, well, come join us and let's get back there. We're not going to make it this season, I don't think, but come help us get back there, and just join our Discord and we'll talk about it. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.